Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf today! Oh geez, that's a lot of letters. It's Dena's birthday! This was another letter I wanted to keep, right? No, okay. I swear there was another one. That was it, wasn't it? Well, that was Cookie thanking me for the birthday gift. That's the one I kind of wanted to keep. Whoops. 2 letters from Dena. Have I missed her birthday? I hope I haven't. I hope this is just 2 letters from her. Went on a journey of self-discovery. In the end, I didn't discover anything. However, I came across this perfect gift for you. Hope you like it. Still searching Dena. And then this is for visiting her house. Okay. Okay. So, self-discovery is an alarm clock. For visiting her house is some kitchen wall. Now, I need to find a gift for Dena. Animal Crossing, New Leaf, birthdays, villager birthdays, Dena, recommended gifts for Dena. Wait, perfect. Right inside my door, there is a colorful, well, a blue-gray furniture that is Dena's favorite style and color. Now you might be wondering, what could this mystical thing be? Could it be the flowers? Could it be the laptop? Could it be the dog? Nah, it's the R-Wing. Dena's a Star Fox girl. You know, pretty neat. Let's put the owl clock here. This is something you guys didn't get to see yesterday when I went back to get that other villager, who I already don't remember the name of. Guess who sold me the owl clock back? Well, it would have looked nice in their house. But, yeah, the Steam Summer Sale started, so that's kind of neat. If you play games on PC, got pretty good deals going on. I picked up a couple games, the most notable of them being Deltarune. I'm just gonna sell these other things here, and then I'm gonna go pick up some wrapping paper, wrap the R-Wing, and then head straight to Funkina's house. But, yeah. I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'm very good at this whole playing video games thing, as you can tell. Basically spent the night doing just dailies, playing PSO2. I guess that's really about it. That's how I was gonna head straight there, but getting distracted. Hey, remember that time I asked you to bury a time capsule for me? Well, I kinda need it back. Can you dig it up for me? Alright. I didn't think this could happen with my inventory full of, letters, but... I thought it would just go into my... Okay. Hold on. Hey, here it is. Hey, got your time capsule. Blue cheese! Wanna talk? Got the capsule! Bam. Delayed gratification. Thanks, open up right now. My favorite cabin chair inside. How about the letter? The future Penelope. I hope this special gift is everything a future superstar would want. Just looking at it should inspire superstardom. It always did for me, from past Penelope. House, that's why I wrote Parmesan. Yeah, you should get what I stuffed in here. Let's take the cabin chair. I mean, you could keep it. I don't need a cabin chair. I need some wrapping paper. I'm gonna stop getting distracted, and I'm gonna head straight up for well, as straight up as I can go. These roads aren't exactly the most straight. I'm gonna get on this. Because if I wait too long, I won't be able to wrap it, so... Now, I was considering recording earlier, and I was like, wait, it's Saturday! So, yeah. Hey, I need some wrapping paper. I'll take it. I'll talk with Costello. That's the cheese frog. Yup, fancy meeting you here, Bud Weeby. Can I help you with small chat? I'm at the home center. I find myself always going around the store a bunch of times. Yeah, I can tell by the way you're going around the store. Good job, man. Also, I talked a lot more today than I'm used to talking, so my throat is a little scratchy and not great. Yeah, how's it goes? Thought hang out more because the name Young. It's very fair. What's up with you, Vic? Yo, Steven, maybe. Steer, do some shopping. Be glad I haven't banned you from town, Vic. I should, you know. And I could. I'm the mayor. I have the power. I could ban you from town. But I'm choosing not to. Got cookie. Oh, this rain. At least in the day it's sort of pretty, but at night it's all so blah. What to talk about? Let's just talk. Recently I thought I'd try some crazy makeup techniques. You know, just for fun. I'd use more blush than usual. Then when Poppy laughed at how I looked, I blushed, but no one could tell because I had blush on. So I blushed even worse. I've been so embarrassed. I may never even use blush again. Oh. I mean, I doubt Poppy was being, like, malicious. Also, I am kind of tired. The 8 p.m. rainy music is not helping. I'm very sleepy. Hey, Margie's here. Muffin came to celebrate with me. I'm so happy. Okay, before I forget, because I almost did, wrapped. Hey, Dumpling. We're just about to start the party. Come in. Now she just got here too, and she brought an amazing present with her. It's not required or anything, but any chance did you... This is for you. Because I did not forgo. I bring you an R-Wing. Really? I'm so excited. It's an R-Wing! I've been wanting a gift like this. This has been an amazing birthday. Thank you for being part of it, Muffin. Love birthday parties. Seeing my friends happy makes me happy. Same, actually. Birthdays mean one big step closer to maturity. I someday want to be mayor of my own town. Maybe you can be mayor of this one while I'm gone. Because I'm only here for a year. Okay, they're both saying the same things. Yeah, what Margie said there actually kind of reminded me. You know, ready? Thank you for celebrating with me and a really great present. Bye! And that's, I was talking in the 8-Bit Discord with some of the people I've met in there. And one of them was like, man, you know, I don't like it when my poor friends buy me games and stuff. Because I'm like, no, you could spend this money better on yourself. And I had to chime in with, you know, as a poor person. I don't have much money to my name. I would rather spend my last dollar on a friend than on myself, because them smiling means more to me than that dollar ever could. Like, that's how I see it. Like, I don't care if I'm spending my last dollar. If it's making a friend happy, that's literally all I care about. Like, them being happy is worth it. I mean, there's been multiple times through my life where I have spent the last dollar I have to get a friend something. At one point, doing it so much so that I literally, like... I had lowered the money in my bank account lower than what my service charge was before I would get any more money, so I had an overdraft too. Which, honestly, side ramble / rant, that has to be the most bullcrap thing in the freaking world. And I'm glad that my bank doesn't do service charges anymore. Because, like, literally, their service charge was set to come out on the 3rd. Now, anyone who's on assistance or just getting GST like I do, that money comes in on either the, like, I think it's the last Thursday of a month or the 5th for the GST. So that means that, you know, they either get all of their money near the end of the month or all of their money on the 5th of a month. Basically, at a point where that service charge is incredibly inconvenient. Give me that flea. Protecting it from the rain. I can't have that. What? I've been itchy for a while now. I never thought it could be a flea. Thank you so much for picking it off me. Wait, you don't think there are more, do you? You promise not to tell anyone? It's so embarrassing, Nettie. Yeah, I won't tell no one. Let's get back to my shovel. I scared that moth away again. I'm so good at this. But yeah, like, even just thinking back to, like, last Christmas, like, I spent until I had less than, like, $1 left buying gifts for people. I mapped it out, so I'm like, okay, I can get, like, 2 more people things, and then I did, and then it's like, well, I'm broke now, and I wish I could get more people stuff, but I can't, I'm out of money. Remember that you have a flea. How much? Sure. Why not? It's fun to see us again sometime, bucko. And, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people in a very similar situation to me who feel the same. So, like, if you're someone out there who has a poor friend and they buy you stuff and you're thinking to yourself, like, no, don't do this. Just think of it this way, of they probably value your smile more than that money. Like, so no feeling bad about it, alright? It's fine. A lot of people who are pretty poor know how to manage money. We're probably fine. Like, that'll always also be kind of funny to me. Like, of everybody I've ever known, the people who are the best at managing money are the ones that have spent the most time without money. And honestly, I feel like it's just a case of, like, when you don't have much money, you learn how to ration it. You learn how to find all of the best deals, even if they may not be the best product. You also know how to spend where you need to and not spend where you don't need to. Like, here's an example that a lot of people fall into, even people with a decent bit of money. Spend a lot on your shoe, like the shoes you wear. Because, look at it this way. If you buy that cheap, low-quality shoe, that's only going to last you a year to 2 years before you need to replace it. But it was only like $40. That is a pretty nice deal. But that nice pair of shoes that's going to last you like 5 to 10 years, it's only like 120 bucks. You'll spend more on cheaper shoes. Dena's birthday! Like, you'll spend more on cheap shoes than just simply saving and buying the expensive shoes. Now, if you're in the loop where you only have that much disposable income and you simply can't save, I'm sorry, at that point I would advise just trying to take better care of your cheap shoes until you can save the money. Like, you're kind of trapped at that point. And once you can get those nice shoes, suddenly you've got more money open to you. You know, it's one of those things where, like, spend extra on the things that are going to last if you do. Now, the areas you probably shouldn't spend extra if you're trying to be extra frugal is food. You don't need the big brand names. You just need stuff that's gonna fill your belly. And it may not be the best tasting stuff or the best quality stuff. But if it fills your belly, isn't complete junk, it's good enough. Like, I know that's the one area where a lot of people will be like, but you know, I need my blank. It's like, you kind of don't. You can find it cheaper. Another area is like dishes. Like, yeah, you could buy like porcelain cups. These were stupidly cheap and they work. Sure, I'm probably drinking copious amounts of microplastics. I actually remember seeing not long ago that a lot of the big studies on microplastics are gonna have to be redone because of the gloves the scientists were wearing influenced the results. So microplastics may not be as bad as we thought they were. They're still bad, don't get me wrong. They're still not something you want to actively be consuming if you can help it. And I could be drinking out of a porcelain cup. We do have them, but this works. So I could help it, I'm just actively choosing not to. Microplastics. But, yeah, like, I love how this just got on to me giving, like, poor person advice. But, yeah. I'm trying to think of other things I can possibly yap about. But I'm also really tired. I know I do want to, like, play Deltarune at some point. Seeing the state of the internet around the newest Deltarune chapter, and not that it's the people are responding poorly to it, but that there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of trolls going around at the moment. Like, I was mathing that. The YouTube Troll Police, which is the most ironic name possible, has been targeting people and doxing them and all that just for mentioning it in, like, titles and stuff. So I don't think I wanna... I don't think I want to deal with that. I have had an encounter with them before, and they seem to think I live somewhere I don't, and I'm gonna happily let them continue to believe that. You're again, Steven. It's nice to meet you. Steven, welcome! If there's some machine, just let me know. Whoops. I changed my mind. I just want to chat. What? Are you telling me I should take Saturdays off? Yeah, right. You must know. Saturdays are our busiest days, of course. It's crucial to take advantage of those times so everyone else is relaxing. Get something done, you just get it done. That's what Dad used to say anyway. God, how sad is it gonna be if in, like, the next Animal Crossing game, like, Sable gets replaced with, like, a 3D printer kind of deal? That'd be so sad. Nintendo, please don't. I hate that I just had that thought, but you know it's possible. They could do it. That could be a plot point, though. That could be a part of developing the town, is, like, getting Sable back, because, you know, the 3D printed stuff sucks. Speaking of 3D printers, frick Bamboo Labs. They clearly do not understand what open source means. Or that licenses are things that they have to follow. I won't go into full detail, but yeah, Bamboo Labs is bad. If you're looking for a 3D printer, don't. At least not Bamboo Labs. Which sucks, because they did sell some actually pretty good 3D printers, but they are not a very good company. I cannot think of anything to yap about. It's also just testing to see if the touchpad on the controller would impact the touchpad in-game. Kinda cool if it did, but it doesn't. It does for the PS Vita emulator, which is kind of funny. Like, it works for that, which is kind of extra funny because the Vita did have the touchpad on the back of it, which was kind of neat. I liked that idea. Honestly, there's a lot of what Sony did with the Vita. Right, it was Maple. Maple's who I got. I did go back and get Maple to move here, just as an FYI. A lot of what Sony did with their handhelds was really cool. And then they were just like, why are we doing handhelds? And then they just stopped doing them. They weren't as popular as the DS, so they just gave up. Nothing's been as popular as the DS to my knowledge. I think it is quite literally the best-selling console of all time at this point. I think the Switch is coming close, though, which is cool. Like, it's very much the case of, like, console war stuff is kind of dumb. Just play what you enjoy. But why am I coming up here? I wanted to go to the beach. I might be dumb. But yeah, like, console war stuff is stupid. But it is kind of funny, knowing that, like, for the vast majority of the console wars, it was people arguing between, like, Sony and Microsoft. Meanwhile, Nintendo was quietly being, like, the best. Like, they just casually were sitting there selling the best. And also then you get, like, the Sony versus Microsoft. Sony, I don't think, ever lost that sales battle. Like, and that, I feel, comes down to the same sort of vibe that I have between the two. And, like, again, play whatever you like. I'm just not a fan of Microsoft's exclusives. And that's what you need to sell a console, is good exclusives. I mean, that's part of the issue of, like, the later Sega systems. They just didn't have the exclusives to keep up. Yeah, let's go get our concert. Also, yes, my nose is kind of itchy. But, they did have Phantasy Star Online, which was pretty cool. Which, thinking of, that game once again is getting kind of review bombed. I still don't fully understand why. Like, I don't get it. Annalisa! Is you new here, Steven? So glad I ran into you. And it's predominantly English speakers who are crapping on it. Thanks for the love. How about a song to bring up the beat? Yes, please. Cool. Pick Chris, your favorite? Let's get a song. Tell me how you're feeling. How'd you pick, my man? Not had any requests, so it's ready like Freddy, so I will sit next to Annalisa and be steady. This one's for me, KK Atrud. KK Atwal? But yeah, like, I saw a review of someone complaining about PSO2, And one of their biggest complaints was how long it took Sega to make the global server. And it's like, yeah, that is a fair complaint that it took them a while. But then they went into this big tirade about how Sega is racist, and it's like, what? You've lost me. Like, the biggest thing that kept PSO2 from releasing globally for so long is quite simply the players who would have played it were already playing it. Like, sure, there's undoubtedly some people who would have picked the game up when it went global, and they did. But that number was never as large as the number of players who still play on JP from outside of Japan. Like, sure, they could have done a simultaneous global release, but they didn't. And most games don't. Even Phantasy Star Online, the original, didn't. And like, it's just kind of the nature of it. I think Phantasy Star Online might have had a global server though, but I'm pretty sure they had a worldwide and a Japanese server. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I'm not the most well-versed on the first Phantasy Star Online. We never had that game console, and we didn't have it on the GameCube. Plus, if we had, it would have just been played offline anyway. So, you know. But, like, it's also just kind of wild to me seeing the number of people being like, Phantasy Star Online 2 is just a gooner game. And it's like, no more than any other Phantasy Star, really. Like, I saw that from somebody who was complaining on about PSO2 on a video that was the opening to one of the Phantasy Star Universe games. And they were like, man, it's such just an eye candy game. And it's like, okay, my guy, like, it was Illuminous. Illuminous was the one. And it's like, this game quite literally has, I think Illuminous had like 20-some different bikinis that you could put on your characters. You had precise control over breast size. Like, I don't think PSO2 started the goonin'. PSO2 didn't start the Goon Wars. Then, calm. But yeah, like, it's just kind of wild to me, because, like, literally I think the only Phantasy Star game that doesn't have some level of, like, attractive character, be that male or female, is the very first game. Well, not attractive, like, goon outfit character, I should say. Like, it's like a character in, like, skimpy clothes, or, you know. I think the only one that didn't have that was the very first one. Hey, Steven? I always call you Steven. Feel about trying a new nickname. Yeah, keep fresh. Like what? How about Deary? Sure, I'll take that. Hey, I'm so glad you like it. It's settled now, and I'll call you Deary. Wait, what was I gonna do? Today's day what? Today's day 178. I'll go until day 180 and then sit down on the thing, so 2 days from now. Yeah. What would that be? That would be Monday. Okay. I'm just trying to map it out in my head. But yeah, like, literally Phantasy Star 2, way back on the original RPG 4. Like, multiple members of the main cast are wearing skimpy outfits, both on the male and female side. Phantasy Star 3 kind of carries that on. 4 also online definitely does, with all of the quest receptionists having their shirt popped open. Like, then there's the outfits yourself you can get. Like, Sega is a gooning company. It's just what they do. Like, I mean, hell, Sonic has never worn pants. Are you going to tell me that's a company that wants characters covered up? Like, sorry, I had to make that joke. They themselves have made that joke around Sonic. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm just rambling about Phantasy Star at this point. I do want to at some point sit down and play through all of the Phantasy Star games that are safe to play. Like, I kind of want to play the first 2, but they have very, like, harshly flashing transitions into, like, battles and stuff. And it would not be great. I could not upload that or stream it. I mean, I could if I put, like, massive photosensitivity warnings, but even then, I still wouldn't want to. Just to be safe. I never want to be the... Like, my goal is to try not to ever be the reason someone has a seizure. You know, that's one of my many goals on the internet. I feel that's a fair goal to have. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf. See you all then.